Hey guys, this is Alex from Kingsway Church production team. In the second video of our Lightkey series here, we're going to be talking through how we actually run through a song. So let's pull up In the Room. This is an upbeat song by New Life Worship. Again, like I said in the last video, the Freedom Sticks, you won't see them because they're not charged, but they're just kind of a extra little thing. I also didn't mention there is a Shourds bar in the drum cage, which is just illuminating the drummer. That pretty much just stays on during worship and doesn't do any effects or anything like that, just kind of stays white. So in this song, this past week, we did like a pink and purple kind of look. Typically, I will do the top wash the same color as the Freedom Sticks, and then our floor wash and our wall wash will be the same color. So if we do a 2-color scheme like that, sometimes we just do one color and then, the accent colors are white. And we do use white even when we do a 2-color look like this. But yeah, so let's just go through the song. I'll kind of talk through different parts and how we kind of advance the cues. So I'm going to hit play to have it started here. I didn't mention this in the last video, but if you see here, the tempo down here is actually linked from Ableton. And so when the drummer fires the tracks, Lightkey will receive the tempo information for that song, as some of our dimmer effects and different things like that are they're controlled tempo wise based on the beat. So it's not perfect. It's, we have it kind of just, somewhere close, but, it gives us, at least for fast songs, we have faster movement, and, for slower songs, there's less movement, that kind of stuff. So it just helps with that, so that we don't have to make a bunch of different cues and different, presets over here. So I'm going to hit the get info thing so we can just see what these presets look like. You can see a little bit of what makes up the actual preset that we're currently on. So if you look here, the blue dot is the current live preset, or I'm sorry, the current live cue. And then as I advance through them with our next cue button here, you'll see it goes to that. So the fade times are all preset. Usually for faster songs, depending on how fast they are, we'll do 1.5 seconds fade time. Usually 2 seconds is our default. And then the end of songs, we'll do 4 seconds to 3 seconds kind of thing. So typically when we're listening for the guide cues, we want to, if they're counting into a cue, we want to be on the cue that they're saying, not right when they say it. If they say intro 2, 3, 4, we kind of want to be pulling into it at the 2 or the 3. So by the time it gets past 2, 3, 4, we're already on that cue and it's live. But we also don't want to hit it too early because then it can look a little bit. So some of that timing is just kind of figuring out things. So I'm going to go ahead and start the song, and you'll hear the click and guide coming through our house speakers. And then we'll go from there.
1, 2, intro, 3, 4.
So I hit that intro.
Verse 1.
So you can see how I didn't go to that right when it said verse 1. I kind of waited a little bit. So that it faded into it as it was getting to verse 1. So watch that again when I go to tag.
Tag. Chorus.
Chorus is the same. And you can see on the top wash, we brought in some white. Typically in breakdowns and stuff, I'll use whites in there to kind of change things up.
Turnaround. Verse 2.
Verse 2 still has some movement, but it's a little bit lower.
Chorus, all in.
So you can see when we got to chorus all in, it was as the chorus was starting. So we weren't early, we weren't late. That's a good timing mechanism.
Refrain.
Now you'll notice here I have two refrains. So even though they don't change, if the guide says it, I try to do it exactly to the guide.
Bridge 1, breakdown. Bridge 2, slowly build. Bridge 1,
We add a little bit of extra movement in there.
Bridge 2, build. Chorus, breakdown. Slowly build. Build. Chorus, all in. Refrain. Refrain. Ending. 3, 4.
All right, so that's basically how we would run the song. So again, we're listening for those click and guide cues to be able to advance through each section of the song. Each song has a start and an end cue, and so those are basically the same usually. It's just all of the lights kind of down, all of our, we don't have any front lights on, but it's kind of setting our colors and whatnot so that when I go to the next song, so if we were going to start Trust in God,
2.
it's going to change my colors.
4, 5, 6.
So it's kind of like a mark cue, I've heard other people call it, just to kind of get us set for the song. Lights will change positions and that kind of stuff.
Verse 1.
But, if this were the set, we would go through this song exactly the same. But yeah, that's kind of the basics of how to run Lightkey. In the next video, we'll talk about some of the transitions that happen between ProPresenter and Lightkey. And I will move the camera so you can kind of see both. But yeah, we'll go into that next.